So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with a little bit of, this is flour here.
Okay.
And you wanna get a little bit of that on the cutting board. And then throw your dough ball right on top of it.
Is that good?
Yep, that's fine. And then put a little more on top. And then you wanna, you know, rub it.
Ooh.
And then kind of start twisting it around. Try to get it perfectly.
You know,
round.
I know a girl who liked it like that.
Yeah, really?
Okay, turning in Tokyo.
Yeah, that looks fine. And then we're just gonna press straight back down on it. And then I twist my hand so I get that other side. And now this is where we're gonna throw the lip on it. We're gonna really throw the lip on it here. Just kind of drop your fingers to see how the dough is rolling back.
Right. We'll just keep
See how it's kind of rolling back like that? Just keep going all the way around like that. Chronic
Actually, you know,
right hand turn.
This kind of reminds me of a mammogram.
All right. That looks okay.
Okay, a little bigger.
No, that was pretty good.
Yours bigger than mine.
One thing you really want though is that tube. Is that tube that I told you about? You want it to be the same thickness all the way around. Like, see mine? How it's like that same thickness all the way around.
Oh.
So you're just really fat over here, and then there's like nothing over here.
Well, nothing. It's got a little something.
A little something.
Something there.
Now at this point we pick it up like we're just making a chronic right-hand turn in a car.
A chronic right-hand turn.
A chronic right-hand turn.
Yeah, I've made those.
Chronically turning. So now you spread your hands out.
Like this.
So mainly you want to get like your thumb and then your pinky. See where my thumb and my pinky is? Like just on the inside of that crust. And then
am I doing that right?
And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna flip my thumb that way and then my pinky this way. Like that.
So like this.
Like this.
Oh, hey. Whoa. Ah, now I see why you took off the flour.
There you go.
Hey.
See?
Oh, wow, this is so cool. Wow, that's so cool. How long do you do it for? You just kind of...
Until it gets big.
It reminds me of a joke I learned about a wallet.
That's looking pretty good. Let's throw it down there and see what it looks like. There we go. And now we're gonna go with the sauce. For a small, I do maybe about 3/4 of this 6-ounce ladle right there.
Okay. So about four ounces?
Yeah, that's safe.
So you don't want to over sauce.
You don't. You know. Oh, you do it East Coast style.
Yeah, see, I keep
you do it counterclockwise.
Yeah.
Right.
I grew up in Australia.
Oh, okay.
That's not really true. Although once I did some stuff with a kangaroo. Wow. Because, you know, that could sound wrong.
Right.
Could be like something that I didn't do. And I just want to point it out. It's kangaroo fighting. I boxed a kangaroo.
Did you physically box one, or you put another kangaroo up against another kangaroo?
No, I went in there and I fought the kangaroo. And I fought a kangaroo, and yeah, it was pretty crazy.
How did you do?
I kicked my ass.
The most important thing in a restaurant is you have to be prepped up or prepared to do the business. If you go to turn and grab something that's not there, it slows the whole line down, the whole rest of the restaurant just dies. Okay, so the prep's really important. We do a lot of vegetables. This is the pasta area where we do a lot of the prep. And I pulled out a few things that we use quite often. One of the biggest things are the green onions that we use. And I'm going to show you, set it up here. When you're chopping something, you always keep your fingers back and your thumb back. I've cut myself once in 22 years because one of my waitresses called my name and I turned and I just nicked my thumb. So once in 22 years. So you're careful, not too bad. Okay, and there's that other time, but that's okay. We won't talk about that. You rock the blade back and forth. You use this part of the blade when you're cutting. Okay. On the green onions, we cut away the waste and a little bit of dead area. And I'll do a little bit of this. When you rock, it's like this. And you can see my fingers being back like that. Why don't you give that a shot with your knife? It's not a trick knife or anything. It should work just as well as mine did. Tuck your fingers in. There we go. And the knife can actually rub against your fingers, and then you'll never cut it. The hardest part is finishing it up. You come up. Just about something like that. A couple other things we do. Mushrooms. Important thing is cut it, set it on its side, and then the front of the knife, just like that. You can do a whole box and without even looking if you wanted to like that.
And now we go toppings. I'm just gonna make a pepperoni.
Okay, I like a vegetable pizza. You know, A few vegetables, yeah. What do we got over here?
We got some artichoke hearts, some onions.
Wow. These peppers right here? Little.
Those are green onions.
Oh, okay. And this is artichoke hearts, you said?
Mm-hmm. So now you want to put a little more cheese on top, just to hold everything down.
Okay.
Keep everything into place. And then we'll go ahead and put it in the oven right behind you. And this is a cool oven, it's a conveyor oven. So we'll just move the pizza gradually through there.
So I just
and
wait
it'll come out the other end cooked. Yeah, or you could, we have another one up here if you want to do that one.
Oh, okay. So I can put it up?
Yep.
Right there.
We'll see how your pizza comes out.
All righty.
So now we cut our pizzas in 6 slices. So we go one right down the middle.
Right down the middle. Like that?
Uh-huh. And then do it like
just
an
basically.
X. So you want to start from here.
Right about here?
Yep.
And then again.
You got it.
Halfway through. All right.
And then finish off with a little more of that.
Okay, that looks great.
And that's amore.
That looks great. So where did you learn to cook?
Grandmother's apron strings.
Really?
I started my first dish I ever made. I was 7 years old, eggplant parmigiana. And as I went through the years, started making different things. I'd come home and whip up a pasta. Instead of having a Snickers or a Twinkie, I'd make a pasta. Of course, when I went into high school, I was 5'2" and 165 pounds. But my mom says I was husky, not fat. So
what was your grandmother's name?
Mama Gina.
Mama Gina.
Yeah,
well, that's a good name for a cook.
And we named one in honor. We named the pizza after her, and I would never get the recipe. She just taste. And one time she'd watch me. If I put too much in, back of the head. It's like I still look for her now. I still, if I put something in, I go and I duck still.
So your grandma used to smack you around too? Yeah, mine did too. Sometimes with sticks.
Yeah, it's
and chase me around. I'll get you, me whole power, and she'd come back. It's like that's why I don't like Spanish. Actually, because every time she would beat me, she would be speaking Spanish, right? But my mom, who speaks English, actually she beat me too. But then she would speak Spanish, which was strange because she's English. I don't even think she knew Spanish, but the words that came out of her mouth, they didn't sound English. In terms of employee absenteeism or tardies, you mentioned kind of throwing in. What would you suggest to restaurateurs or would-be restaurateurs who are going to try to start a business? What kind of attitude do they need to have? What are some of the pitfalls that they need to watch out for?
Well, it's basically 24/7. I mean, you're never off. You really aren't. You need to be prepared to be flexible, to be able to jump in and cover just about everything in the restaurant, because it's Murphy's Law.
Have you ever washed dishes?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You have to go down there and bust some suds?
Oh, yes.
So how hot does the water have to be in order for it to be sanitary to wash dishes?
185 degrees.
Okay. And sometimes it's hotter than that, I think, when they...
Oh,
yeah, I'm pretty sure I could have handled 185. That was like lava temperature.
Yeah, the dishwasher is probably one of the most important positions in the restaurant.
Really? Do you pay them to give them the most amount of money? Are they getting paid the best? They're getting all the incentives and stuff?
You already sound like a dishwasher.
Well, I mean,
you've been on the job for 3 minutes and you're already looking for a raise?
I have a very important thing to take care of here, I mean, without this, how are you going to run the business, Vince? I mean, honestly, how are you going to do it? You can't.
All right, Salt. You've been slacking. You're not the most tasty condiment anymore. Me and Parmesan here, we've taken over.
Oh yeah? Well, what about my friend Pepper? Pepper could kick both of your butts. You don't know him. Give it to him, Pepper.
Hey, Val, what are you doing here? And a beer? All right.
Well, how are things going?
It's going great. I'm kicking back. I was having fun. I was arranging the condiments to look a little better. I was just thinking, like that was kind of a cool arrangement because you got the salt on one side and the oil. So what's up?
Well, Red, you're doing really well so far, but I think what you really need to work on is focus on the managerial aspect of the job. After all, this is what it takes to run a restaurant, so how about we talk to Vince and you can find out what it takes to be a restaurant manager.
That's a good idea. I'll tell you what, I'll go get Vince right now.
No, it's all right. I'll go get him. He'll be right here.
Cool. Hey, but he can't see you.